Letter from Minister Louis Farrakhan, Closing the Gap book. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. My dear brother Jabril, may this letter find you in the best of health and spirit. I am writing this letter to personally thank you and all those with you for this wonderful book, Closing the Gap. I am sincerely hoping that those who would read this book will become enlivened by the spirit that motivated such a book. To the readers of this wonderful book, Brother Jabril has been my personal friend, brother, companion, and confidant for 51 years of my Islamic life. He has dedicated the better part of his life to the constant study of the word that Master Farad Muhammad gave to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as the means of resurrection of an entire people and as a force that would close out an old world of evil and form the foundation of a new world of righteousness, freedom, justice, and equality, where all who live on this planet will live in peace and harmony, not for a day, a month, or a year, but for an eternity. I thank Brother Jabril for the questions that he asked of me, and more importantly, I thank Allah for forming the answers in my head and heart, even as he was asking the questions. I thank Allah for putting it into your heart, Brother Jabril, to ask me these questions. I thank Allah for helping me to answer these questions in such a way that it might serve the purpose of closing the gap between the followers and their leader, but more importantly, in closing the gap between us and Allah God. It is misunderstanding, distrust, and suspicion that have made the gap. It is understanding and the purification of the heart through trials that would allow the mind and the heart to read the words of this book and close the gap between us and Allah God. And by so doing, close the gap between us and his servant and close the gap between one another. May Allah bless those who read these words. May Allah guide the hearts and minds of those who read these words, that we might successfully come through this ever darkening period into the dawn of a brand new day. Page 2. So to my brother Jabril and to all of those who helped him in a great or a small way to get this book published, I say thanks, thanks, thanks. May Allah reward each of you who helped and each of you who read with a place in the hereafter, which is the true goal of every Muslim, the righteous. Thank you for reading these few words. I am your brother and servant, Louis Farrakhan, September 27th, 2006.